Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Yevamot page 122, which is actually the very last page of this lengthy and challenging tractate. It's very fascinating that the way that the Talmud decides to end the entire discussion of everything that we've learned is based on a very famous sentence that's said at the conclusion of three other tractates. It says that Talmidei Chachamim, the scholars, are marbim shalom b'olam. They increase peace in the world. And it quotes the sentence that v'chol banayach lamudi Hashem v'rav shalom banayach. Now, on the simple reading, it's telling us that the children are those individuals who have an abundance of peace. But we learn V'rav shalom bonayach, we say al tikri bonayach el bonayach. Rather, we refer to the builders, the ones that construct, not people who destroy. And that's referring to the Talmudic scholars. And on them it says that they have shalom. They promote peace. Now, one interesting aspect of the word bonayach, which in Hebrew is spelled bet, nun, yud, and a chaf, or chaf sofit, is that the four places where this sentence is found, which concludes this tractate, is also found in three other tractates. The very first Masachet, which is Brachot, Nazir, this one, which is Yevamot, and Krisus. So if you actually look at it as a mnemonic, or if you look at it as an acrostic, Bonayach is Brachos, Nazir, Yevamot, Krisus. So that itself is an interesting hint to why this is chosen. But of course, it has to be more than just that. Now we know that when it comes to a woman whose husband died, it's questionable whether or not she's allowed to get remarried if we do not have adequate witnesses to be able to verify that he's dead. Because as we've seen so many times, what happens if all of a sudden he just shows up after she's already gotten married? So we want to be sure that she in fact is able to get married. However, the Talmud tells us that we have to be extremely lenient when it comes to this woman. In fact, it's considered to be a shas hasakana. It's actually a time of danger. Because if we do not have a leniency when a potential leniency can come our way, she may never have the ability to get remarried, because it will always be that she'll be in this state of limbo of not knowing if her husband's alive or not. Which is why we saw that even if there's only one witness, or even if she herself says, I'm positive that my husband has died, so in that we believe her, and we allow her to get married. So we see that the Chachamim are marbim shalom. They want to be able to increase peace in the world. They do not want this woman to live in a stressful life where she's never able to move on and to be able to get remarried. And that in itself is perhaps one of the significant reasons why this is mentioned. Alternatively, when it says al tikri bonayach, it's referring to children. And we know that when it comes to Yevamah, it all depends on whether she has a child. If she had a child in her previous marriage, then she does not do Yibum. If she never had any children, or she had a child and he died before the husband died, then she does have to do Yibum or Chalitza. And perhaps this is what it's being alluded to at the very end, that it's V'rav shalom banayach, that when she has a child, she has shalom because she is able to now move on with her life without having to perform Yibum.